What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lola Stone up in the building, and thank you for clicking this channel, and thank you for joining me in part 2. Alright, so this part of the episode is basically explaining to you guys of what I'm getting, why I'm getting it, the background on how I got my keloid, and you know, the size, just basically going into further details on what I'm actually getting done. Okay, so we're going to start off with the keloid. I have 2 keloids that I'm getting removed from my chest, and then I have one on my arm that I'm getting removed. This keloid right here, the biggest one that you guys see, was the first one I've ever got or even noticed on my body, and it started out as a really tiny scar, and I think I want to believe that the scar started from a bra. I had it since middle school. You know how when you have those bras with the wires in it, you wash it, the wires tend to come out. I'm thinking that that was the cause of this scar. I know that keloids aren't only caused from scars. Sometimes they're caused from insect bites. They can be caused from multiple things, a rash, but I want to believe that mine came from that wire that was in that bra. And so it started out as like a little scratch, like, you know, you have like a little scratch, you scratch yourself in your sleep, didn't even know how you got it. That's how it started out, and it grew into this. And like I said in my episode 1 of this video, it hurts, it itches, it gives me problems, and that's why I'm getting it removed. A lot of people, you know, like to say, love yourself, love your scars, love, you know, embrace your scars, embrace yourself, and that's cool, and I do, you know, I believe that you should embrace yourself, but for me, this is causing me problems and it hurts, so I'm going to get rid of it. The other 2, I'm thinking they start from scars. I honestly don't really know how exactly I got these scars, to be honest with you, or where they came from, but I have them and they grew into this keloids, and I'm going to get them removed. Most of the time, piercings cause keloids too, but of course I didn't have a piercing on my chest, and keloids are most common on the ears. Like, we call it little titties. We call it little titties. We call it little titties. That's where people normally mostly get them at. Mine just happen to be dead center in my chest, and it's not something that I want. It's not something that I feel is sexy. It's not something that I feel comfortable with. Imagine you always around kids who's pointing, picking it. Mind you, this thing hurts. So when you got a kid who's always pointing, asking you what it is, and not even just kids, you have adults who's asking you what it is. You got to constantly explain to them what a keloid is. It gets aggravating, and so I'm just wanting to not have to deal with that. And then I'm also not wanting to have to deal with putting on a sexy dress, and then I got to worry about this little eyeball scar poking out my dress. You know what I'm saying? When girls get dressed up, I'm gonna speak for myself. When I get dressed up, I want to step out and look good. I want to look like a woman and feel like the woman that I am, and this doesn't do that for me. Keep in mind that keloids does not always occur whenever you get a scar. For people who's prone to getting keloids, like I have keloid skin. Like, I have like a total amount of 4 keloids, but it's not something that I have to worry about every time I get a cut or every time I get a bruise. Like this right here, I've got cuts and bruises plenty of times growing up. I grew in a house full of boys. I was a little tough cookie, and I got plenty of scars at that time, but I didn't start getting keloids until like maybe the 6th grade, and this one right here, like I said, was the first one. A question that someone asked me was, am I afraid to get the boob job, being that I have keloid skin? And the answer to that is no. And the reason why the answer to that is no is because the surgeon that I'm getting my procedure done from, he specializes in removing keloids. And so basically, after I get my keloid removed and after I get off, you know, my entire procedure done, I have to go to another office that same day immediately to go through radiation therapy. I can't even get my words out, y'all. And so what radiation therapy is, it's basically when you go under like a little beam laser, and they beam the laser on your stitches where you got, you know, your keloid or your whatever incision done. They beam that little light on that spot, and I want to think it's like burning like your skin. It's kind of like this, the way I'm thinking of it after doing research, it's like you're burning that area so the tissue won't continue to grow. Because like I said, a keloid is caused from your scar tissue overhealing itself, and so with that radiation therapy and that laser beam, it's going to actually burn that spot and prevent it from growing back. The way to think about it is like, say someone gets cut or someone gets burned in a spot. You know, like if you got burned in a spot on your arm or somewhere, and there's hair that normally grows in that spot, when it's time for that hair to grow back, it doesn't grow back because you've been burned in that spot. So that's kind of, think of the radiation therapy like that, and that's what I'm going to. Like, I'm more so scared of getting the radiation therapy versus getting the boob job, because I don't know, for some reason whenever I think of radiation therapy, I think of cancer. And you know, I put that behind me. I did my research, and I'm actually going to put some links in the bottom in the description of this video so you guys can do some more of your own research and see the videos that I looked at, just so you can get a better understanding of what it is as far as the radiation therapy goes. So I was scared about radiation therapy because I was more so nervous about the word cancer. That's just something that just kept coming to my head. And so I found out that people actually use radiation therapy to treat skin cancer. So it's something that has been done for centuries and is very low as far as it causing cancer. So I'm not going to put that in my head. I'm not going to give that to the universe. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just do what I got to do. Go to the radiation therapy and let that be that. So with surgery alone, the keloid will occur in 45 to 100% of the cases. Now, that's without radiation. So if you go through radiation therapy right after, they say it's best to go right after. And when you do radiation therapy after your surgery or after your scar removal, the reoccurrence of that keloid actually coming back is actually 2 to 27%, but generally less than 10%. And so yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything, guys. I'm trying to go with the flow. But yeah, I'm going to just set this down. I want to make sure I answer all the questions that I had. As far as keloids go, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get both on my chest removed, as well as the one on my arm. And like I said, I'm going to do radiation therapy right after. And it actually works out because the radiation therapy office is right across the street from where I'll be getting my surgery done. So after I get my surgery done, I'll just be heading over to the next office and going through this therapy. And I was told that therapy doesn't take long at all, like a few minutes and you're out of there. So yeah, to answer that question, am I afraid to get the boob job done because I have keloids? No, I'm not afraid to get the boob job, but I am more so a little nervous about going through radiation therapy. So the purpose of the radiation therapy is so that the keloids won't occur. It won't come back. Like, that's the whole purpose of it. So I'm more so nervous about that. Alright, let me go back to the book. A question that someone asked me is, why are you getting a boob job? Okay, why am I getting a boob job? Because I want to. So I'm getting a boob job because I want to feel sexy. I want to feel sexy like the woman I am when I get dressed up and put on my dress. I want this area to be filling. I want to look like the woman that I look. I can't even do this and have a little cleavage. It's just sad. I'm getting a boob job because I want to feel sexy. I want to feel like the woman that I am. I'm 25 years of age, and I do feel like, you know, me personally, I like to get dressed up. I like to go out, and I like to have a good old time. I like to enjoy life. I like to feel confident. I like to feel sexy. I like to feel good when I go out, and a lot of things that I wear doesn't look like I want it to look because it's not fulfilling in this area. Like, you can work out and get it bigger, but like, let me show you guys. I have nothing. There's nothing to work with. Nothing. Now, I'm about to fall off. Now, I've always had, you know, I've always had a little bit of this. You can see. So when I come back with my boob job, I don't my new girls, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, did she get her butt done too? Y'all see, I've always had a little bit of ass, but there's absolutely nothing. Okay, y'all, so let me just answer these questions. So I went ahead and said why I was getting a boob job. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel the woman that I like, the woman that I am. I like to get dressed up and go out and step out and be cute as fuck. Who doesn't want to? I'm a woman. That's what I want to do. I want to look good when I step out, and I want to look a certain way. Not for nobody else, but for me, Lola. You guys got to keep in mind, growing titties, breasts, boobs, it's not something you can do like just working out or drink a whole bunch of milk or snap your finger and then have bigger boobs. I'm into fashion. I actually have my own jewelry line that I am actually adding, you know, clothing and home decor to. So my personal opinion is that, you know, the way your clothes fit you says a lot. It plays a big, it's a big difference when your clothes fit you a certain way. Like when you have the curves, for me, for what I like, the curves and all of that, it looks different from a skinny old. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being skinny or anything wrong with being thicker, but I'm just saying for me and my preference, I want bigger boobs. I just want them. I want to feel like the woman that I know I am, and that, yeah, I just want to feel like the woman that I am, y'all. Jesus. For the people who think that, you know, people who get this type of stuff done don't love themselves, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I can stop that right now, because I love me some me. Like, if I didn't love me some me, like, I would have just been like, F it, like, shoot, I don't love myself anyway, so why I'm gonna get it done? That's why I'm getting it done. I just want my clothes to fit me a certain way. Like I said, I'm into fashion. I want to be the face of my brand, and I want my stuff to fit me a certain way. Yeah, so that's why I'm getting it done. How long have you been thinking about this? Honestly, y'all, I've been thinking about it for a while. My first time actually thinking about it was, or actually having it come to mind, was my sophomore year in college. And one of my friends mentioned it at that time and said she was thinking about getting it done. I was just like, girl, you know what? If I had some boobs, like, you know, my clothes would be like on point. You know, I thought about it briefly, but it was nothing that I ever said, okay, let me go ahead and try to get it done. It was never like that. My junior year, was it my junior year? My junior year of college, I actually was like, okay, I want this done. And was it my junior year? No, my senior year of college was when I decided that I was going to take action and go do a consultation, and I did. And I actually went with one of my homegirls, my VI chick, Quanique Bartlett. What's up, VI? Shout out to VI. Shout out to them. I'm praying for y'all because they're having a really, really rough time during this hurricane. And yeah, I'm really praying that everything works out for you guys. So I went with one of my closest friends. I love her so much. Her name is Quanique Bartlett, and she went with me to my consultation. And the consultation was $100. I'm going to actually go back to the office, the actual office, where I'm getting the procedure done, and I'm going to see, you know, how to feel about me, putting their name out and talking about pricing and all of that good stuff. I'm going to make sure I include all of that stuff so you guys can know. Did my consultation, and I decided on what I was going to go ahead and get. What I decided was that I wanted to become a full C. As of now, I'm like a A. I'm probably like the smallest A there is, and it ain't shit you can do with that. So I mean, like, my bra is not even feeling, like, can't even feel my bra. Like, there's nothing, guys, nothing. So I'm going to go with the full C. The way the implants are measured are in cc's, and so I'm going to go with saline implants. And basically what saline implants are is it's basically salt water. You know, there's saline implants and there's silicone implants, and I'm doing saline, and that's salt water. And the way saline works is you can get it put in different ways on your body. You can get it put in your armpit, like they cut a pocket out under your armpit and they stuff it in there. But with saline implants, it's actually wrapped up. There's nothing in it. They put it in that hole, or whichever way you're deciding to get it put through your body, and they pump it by filling it up with the salt water. Now silicone, on the other hand, is basically like a gel filled implant. Silicone comes already filled with gel. I didn't want to go with the silicone route because I just feel like it's not safe. It's not as safe as the saline, which is the salt water. A lot of people like to say and like to compare silicone, which is the gel filled implants. They like to say it's more so natural. It gives you that natural feel. I think I'll be fine because I'm big on safety. Safety is my number one thing. And with the saline, the salt water, if it busts, my titty gonna go flat right then and there. It's gonna dissolve in my body. I'm gonna know right away that it bust or that I had a problem with my implants. I'm gonna know right away, as opposed to with the silicone, like that's gel. Like imagine, a lot of people compare it to gummy worms. You rip up and open up a gummy worm and nothing's flowing out because it's gel. It's more of a, not a solid base, well, it's more of a thicker base, so you're not going to know right then and there. And I don't think I don't want that in my body. So salt water, I'm going to go with the saline. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it underneath the muscle, so it can have that more natural look. Whenever you get it underneath the muscle, it gives you a more natural look. I'm really big on a natural look. A lot of people I told that I'm getting breast implants, they're like, are you going dramatic? Or I'm not going to be like, I don't want big melons just sitting on my chest. I don't want that at all. I made sure I told my surgeon that's not what I want. I want my breasts to look as natural as possible, okay? Just because you're getting breast implants does not mean you going out to get like big melons sitting on top of your chest. I don't want that, and that's not what I'm going to get. It's not cute to me. And so I'm gonna go with the saline implants, which is the salt water. I want to do a full C. I was told, and from doing research, that once you get your implants, they tend to shrink like 50 cc's. And so I want a full C, and I'm thinking that's maybe like around 400. So I'm gonna go with 415. I want 415 cc's saline implants under the muscle. And then, like I said, there's different areas that you can get cut to get the implants placed. I think I'm going to go with under the arm. So I'm going to go ahead with under the arm, and that's when they're going to cut me underneath my arm, put it in there, and pump it up to my full C. Other places that you can get your implants done is around the areola. You can get it around, which I think is not smart at all, and I damn sure ain't doing it. And you ain't about to cut me and take my nipples off, because you lose sensation. You have a chance of losing sensation in your nipples. I'm not trying to lose sensation. I'm just trying to get these implants in and call it a day. Another place you can get it inserted is through your belly button. Why would you want to get it through your belly button? You know how far your belly button is from your breast? I ain't doing that. I'm doing under. If anything, if I do decide not to get it under my armpit, I'm getting it underneath. Like you can get it. Let me show you. You can get it underneath, and they'll basically cut you here, stuff it in, and sew you back up. And a lot of people go with that. A lot of people go with that way because you won't be able to see the scar. Like your titty will actually be over. Like you won't be able to see the scar. I think that if I have it under my arms, you're not gonna really be able to see it either. So I think I'm gonna do under the armpit. Whether you want to get your implant over or underneath the muscle is optional. Like I said, getting it under the muscle gives you that more natural look. But yeah, I'm going for the full C, and I want it to be measured and balanced out with my body frame, because I'm a really small girl, and so that's why I'm going with the full C and the natural look. This is just part 2, and I have so many more episodes to go through. So guys, comment underneath my video so I can answer your questions and make sure y'all know what's going on, because like I said, I don't want this to just be a video just because. I want you guys to learn about this. Like, I'm not saying everybody wants to get their boobs done, but I mean, if you're watching the video, you're going through the journey with me, you might as well ask your questions so I can answer it for you. Like if you are curious, or if you know somebody who's curious, or you just want, what I'm saying, to ask the questions. I'll give you the answers. I want you guys to continue to go through this journey with me. Subscribe so you can see when I post my next video. I'm aiming to post a video every Wednesday, so that way you guys can stay in tune with how I feel. Like right now, the way I feel, like I'm excited. I'm ready to get this done. Like I feel like it's going to be life changing, because I've always had small boobs. Like I've always been a petite girl, and like I said, I like to get dressed up. I like to be sexy. I like to have fun and just be a girl. I'm a girly girl. I was not always a girly girl. Like I said, I grew up in a house with all boys, but I just like being a girl. I love it, and I want to look and feel like the woman. Like I'm a grown-ass woman. I want to feel like the grown-ass woman that I am, and I want you guys to follow me on this journey. I'm so excited. I think this is an exciting journey. Y'all should be excited too to see this happening. I'm just saying, like I'm just, I'm expressing my feelings right now. I'm not nervous. I'm honestly not nervous at all. Like I said in the beginning, just a little nervous about the radiation therapy, but I'm excited. I'm ready to go and get this. And my date that I'll be getting my surgery done, my phone is ringing. 1 second. Okay, so the date that I'll be getting my surgery is December 26th, the day after Christmas. So I'm giving myself a Christmas gift. That's the day I'll be getting it done. And like I said in my next video, once I speak to my surgeon again to, feel him out and see if he's okay with me. 1 second again. Once I speak with my surgeon and see how he feels about me recording there and everything, I'll go ahead and release the information of my surgeon and the pricing and the location and everything. But if you guys have any questions, comment below. Let me know what you want me to find out for you, or whatever it is that you are curious about. And I will see you guys on episode 2. Thanks for stopping by, dolls.